This is very important. Creative brief for freelancers and creators. Clarity before creativity. So your roadmap here is to get better client projects from confusion to clear crystal direction that you can scale from 50,000 pesos to 150,000 pesos monthly with systems. So the creative brief, if you're a freelancer who's involved in creativity or making creative campaigns to your clients, or you have an ad agency, creative brief is a good example for you to be able to know how can you present your offer to the client. If you're ready, I'm ready. So the creative brief is all about the blueprint and guide for all your creative ideas. You see, our creative ideas is everywhere. For me, I got so much confused. I have an idea. What happens? Ideas everywhere and it's messed up. How can you organize? Creative brief. It's a blueprint and guide for all your creative ideas. It explains what is your idea, who is it for, where is it going to take place, and when for the project or for the client project. It ensures that your creative output stays on strategy, not on hype, and it prevents costly revision and scope creep. For example, think of it like a detailed map. Before you go to Baguio or Boracay here in the Philippines, you wouldn't drive without knowing the route, right? So it's very important to put our creative briefs in a specific direction so that we may be able to get a specific result or be able to have an outcome or be able to connect with the audience even without specific numbers or money that you are targeting. For example, in the Philippines, creating 50 YouTube thumbnails, you need to know the target audience, video topics, brand colors, and success metrics. If you are creating thumbnails for gardeners, for athletes, for doctors, what do you think is your message? I think it's not going to work. So it's really important to be able to understand the client. So get to know the historical info of the client's information and also which company that you are serving, like the brand milestone and the company background. Actually, there's more of it. You can ask ChatGPT to get the exact info and comprehensive info that it will be useful as a basis on how are you going to market and create the campaign. The current target market and brand positioning of the company, the previous campaigns, what worked and what didn't, if they had a campaign before, so that you may be able to strategize and not waste time and learn from the mistakes. And then the company culture and values so that you may be able to know the tone and how will it serve the target market or its mission or its objective. Think of it like this. Reading a patient's medical history before diagnosis, you need context to give the right treatment. If you don't give the right treatment or description because you didn't have the right information about the client, what happens? The brand dies. It doesn't make money. Sales goes down. Bankrupt. Now, in the products and services, the product is what exactly are you promoting? For the price, what is the cost and value proposition? Place, where is it sold and distributed? Promotion, how will it be marketed? For the service, it has 7 P's that you can research on ChatGPT. So think of it like ingredients. Ingredients, for example, in the ingredients, before you cook adobo, a Filipino dish, you can't actually make it if you do not know the ingredients. If you do not know the ingredients, you cannot collect the ingredients and make it. You can't make adobo without soy sauce, vinegar, garlic, and pork. Without those, I don't think that you're cooking a real food. Now, for the product and market background is all about the market size, some boring things that might be similar to you, but it's basically like checking the weather forecast before sailing. Before you launch your product or this campaign for your client, or if you are the client itself, you may be able to know that is it really worth it to launch this or no? You need to know the conditions if this is right for your journey. So we'll be talking about market size, growth, demographics, spending patterns, and 3-year market prediction, etc. so forth. Understanding the competition. Studying Ginebra's playbook or your competitor's playbook versus your brand. You'll be able to move them, beat them strategically. So you have to identify your direct and indirect competitors, 4 Ps, analyze their SWOTs, and then pastel analysis of the marketing analysis actually, and find gap in the market that you can exploit, or maybe you can even fill. And then the business advertising objective is this one. What is the specific problem you're solving? The goal is to actually increase market share, or is it to expand reach, drive trial, or build loyalty? It has to be one, and it must be smart. And it's like setting up a GPS destination before driving. In Makati, let's say you're going to Makati CBD, not just somewhere in Metro Manila. If it's really vague, I don't think so that you will arrive to your destination. If you don't have a GPS guide, you would not get to that goal. The media strategy is the ATL above the line, below the line, and TTL. So you'll be able to actually research about this on Google, but it's all about choosing the right fishing net for the right pond. You use different bait for bangus versus tuna. So if you're targeting broad audience, go to ATL. If you're targeting specific audience, go to BTL. Or if you are wanting to be able to target loyalty or consideration, BTL. If you are targeting for awareness, go to ATL. TTL is through the line. It's all about digital integration of ATL and BTL. So you have to match the media platforms to target the audience behavior and consider budget allocation across all channels. Now, target market deep dive. So creating a detailed profile character in RPG games, let's say the more the specific, the more you can serve them. So if you do not know who are you serving or targeting, or in the enemy boss, you don't know who's the big boss, what is superpower, maximum health, and damage that you have to inflict so that you can kill the boss, you will lose. Same in the target market. If you do not know the target market, or you don't even know your wife, how can you connect? How can you marry? Or how can you even provide for that? Or how can you live with that target market even you don't know him or her? Proposition, benefit, and promise. Your product's superpower key. It's the superpower of your product or your service. What makes you different from any other hero in the market or competitors. So, what makes your product unique, key benefit, the promise, and this becomes, the main campaign message or benefit. How do you stand out? The reasons to believe is very important. It's the official receipts that prove your claim. Without proof, it's just talk. So you're saying, this product is amazing, my service is amazing, hire me. But I do not see the logical reason why to hire you. You're just marketing yourself. How can I convince? Reason to believe. Features, what product has. Advantage, what features are enabled. Benefits, what customer actually get from the advantages. What I mean by actually is tangible results or obvious results by testimonials, case studies. Those are proof points that supports your main promise. It's not just vague claims. It's supported by research, awards, testimonial, certification, data, your best. How can you get those if you're starting out? Learn about your service, get to know it, brand it, and be able to serve for free, build a portfolio around it, and then you increase for paid. What in mood? How your campaign sound? Is it formal, casual, funny, serious? Mood. How can it make people feel? It's all about, are they happy, motivated, nostalgic when they see your ad, your campaign? It must match their personality, your personality of the brand, consistent, and consider cultural context and sensitivity, especially if you're marketing internationally. Think of it like Sarah G's singing voice. Mood in the concert that makes you feel. Both matter for the experience. So, mandatories would be, it's like a school uniform rules at Ateneo. Everyone must follow the same dress code to maintain the brand image of the prestigious school. For example, if there's no dress codes, of course, people can wear crop tops, spaghetti strips, and stuff like that. Do you think that's appropriate for the brand image as a reputation-based school institution? Of course not. That's why there are mandatories. Tagline, logo replacement, color palette, brand guidelines, legal requirements. Do those, and you would not have a problem legally or any problem that might sue you. So in the creative brief flow, this is the flow. Start from the client, then to the product or the service, know the market, who's your competitors, then the objective, the media, target, proposition, proof, tone, rules, and each step builds on the previous tone. Skip a step, and your creative work becomes guesswork. It's all about getting specific. If you want more freelancing tips like this, I do have a Discord community below in the YouTube description. Check it out and goodbye.